If you are clogged on a cellular level, you will be clogged emotionally, you'll be constipated, literally. And all of these things mean that you're reabsorbing toxins and everything's getting worse.
Welcome to another episode of Special Ops Podcast, where we give actionable steps to direct response marketers. Today, we're talking to my guy, Barton Scott.
That's
and
right.
we're just going to talk about all kinds of funky things like how to live optimally. We spend so much time optimizing and monetizing our offers and our money. How do I monetize me? And so there was a pivotal moment. We're friends, so I can do this, yeah?
Yeah.
There was a pivotal moment in your life that changed everything. Can you tell me about the day your mom died?
My mom, I woke up and I knew something was wrong before I even reached for my phone. I knew that at first I thought something was wrong with me. It was one of those, like, before you're fully awake scans, asleep on a Sunday afternoon, taking a nap, just healthy, life's going great. Got, two older sisters at this point, and my family. And I noticed that my intuition says, oh, it's one of your parents. And in the next breath, it's your mom. And one of them is gone, and it's her. And so, and I still haven't even reached for my phone at this point. And so, sure enough, I see text and calls from both sisters, which on the same day, at that point, my life was just, it wasn't going to happen. Not the same day, like back to back. So I get in the car and drive from Austin back to Louisiana. And sure enough, she's in the hospital. She's had an aneurysm. And here we go. And she goes on to never wake up. Yeah. And what I learned from that is that it was all preventable and all reversible. And we just didn't have the tools yet.
And so you went on a mission too?
Went on a mission to make sure that didn't happen to other people as much as I could. And that's what we do today.
And that's how we met.
And that's how we met.
I was on 28 when I met you.
28. Wow. I didn't know that. I don't think I knew that until right now.
I was on 28 different medications. I'm on one now.
But we worked on some.
We worked on
a lot.
27 of them, right?
Yeah.
I don't know how much Travis loves that you got me off Adderall. But I had been on a Ritalin or an Adderall since I was 8.
Yeah.
And a lot of the medication I was on.
That is just crazy to me.
A lot of them. Well, I don't think I would have been a high earner if I wasn't, because there wasn't the tools then. So I'm really glad, because I'd probably be working at a pizza shop, walking in circles all day. And so I'd love for you I met you at a dinner, actually, that Travis invited me to. And we were talking about BSLs in Vegas many years ago. And we went on to become friends and chat about things that I normally don't talk to other people about. For whatever reason, you have this beautiful, comfortable aura about you. But I feel like I spent so much time trying to figure out how to make more money and make more money and make more money, instead of how do I become more focused so I can make more money in less time? Or how can I free myself of things that are not making me feel good, things that are making me tired? I'm still tired. I'm getting older. But I don't have the same
bottomed out.
I was bottoming out. I would have these bursts of energy, and then man, I would bottom out. And so you taught me something about minerals. And
which we see that, to just jump in, we see that in our testing. Exactly what you described.
Talk about your testing.
I can look at someone's hair analysis, and our team does this all the time for people. Literally, right now it's happening as we're talking around the world. And we can see if someone is bipolar or manic, and not even have to like tell them or give them a painful label that they're going to then adopt possibly for the rest of their life. Instead, we just help them change it. Isn't that great?
Isn't that great?
So we do that. And I'm sure had we done the test then, I'm certain that you would have been in that low level. And I've also been in that level before when I was on Vyvanse, which was the most damaging nutritional mistake I ever made in my life. Which, you know, when you look at it, it's in the methamphetamine category. Vyvanse, it is. But back to your story. So I just wanted to put that in at a perfect time.
This is actually what I wanted to talk about. Like, mind blown that a mineral, you never hear about minerals.
Yeah, you don't.
You never hear about minerals. Mineral deficiencies cause more disease and more harm than anything else.
That's right.
And I remember you telling me it's worse than the cigarettes you're smoking. I was smoking a Newport out back at an event in
It really gets people.
Scottsdale, and you walked out and you said being deficient in a mineral is worse for your body than that cigarette you're smoking.
Wow. That was, man, I got to remember that. That was good.
It was a profound, you do
That's
way
good.
too
It's
many
also
drugs.
true, but it's good.
I believe it's true because you said it, but
Yeah.
I'd love for you just to kind of talk about that. Like what is it about that? And what do you do about it?
About cigarettes and minerals.
He does shame me every time he sees me smoke. But seriously, how do I know if I have a mineral deficiency?
Yeah.
And what do I do to fix it?
Yeah. So one, smoke more cigarettes. No, I'm kidding. The way really is to look at tissue. And so I've started saying something only recently, which is, to give it a money context, a money metaphor for this is, we're testing tissue. Why aren't we testing blood? What's the best test? If anything was possible and money was irrelevant, what would we test? We'd still test tissue. And your hair is tissue. And it's a lot easier than biopsying your liver or something. And a lot less painful, invasive, costly, all these things. It's actually even more accurate for different reasons I won't go into right now than even if we did that. But that's beside the point. So finding the best method is something we're able to do a couple years before my mom passed. And by the way, I was also struggling with all my issues. Like for anyone that has any health issue, it may not look like it exteriorly because I was, thanks to wrestling, I was always managing weight. I was always fit. I was always, whatever. But I was brain fogged out of my mind. I had tremendous heavy metals, like all of them. I had super low, fill in the blank, magnesium, sodium, all these things, which led to Crohn's, IBS, thyroid issues, low thyroid, hypothyroid, Hashimoto's. So many things that were never diagnosed, that were never talked about, that were eventual diseases. But I was also so young at that point that it takes a little while for the body to continue maladapting, and therefore a state of dis-ease, a lack of ease begins, which is really, to go to root, and we'll come back to this, is lack of ease. The answer is almost there. What doesn't have ease, and how do we give it ease? So we have cells that all they want to do is do their job. It's like having an ops team that you're overseeing, and you're like, why are you guys like? What are you struggling with? And if we could speak that language well, things would. And we had the delivery system that we have with our supplements, we would be able to solve this so easily. So the cell wants to do two things, and your whole body needs this to be healthy. You know what those two things are? It needs to produce energy and take out the trash. That's it. That's really it. And when you do that, you have great hormones, you have a great sex life, you have a great life in general, you have a great everything. You're creative, you're smart, you're witty, you're fun. Life is engaging, and you're engaging with it. And you get into flow states, and you get into this place of like, life is fun, life's awesome, your mood's up. You start to, good things come into your life. The opposite is also true, if all of that's right. If you feel clogged if you are clogged on a cellular level, you will be clogged emotionally. You'll probably be clogged. You'll be constipated, literally. And all of these things mean that you're reabsorbing toxins, and everything's getting worse. So it's always either getting worse or getting better, right? Just like in business.